We're back. We're back. It's been a while since Q and Cove have been able to get you right with the pod. So here we are, Q and Cove, back for the football season. Are you just excited that there's an actual, like a real football game tomorrow? And it's a good one, too. It's what? The Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, we need the Chiefs to handle business. It would be nice.
Already rooting on them to lose? They
Got
can't
to,
have no
bro.
opener?
No,
Damn.
can't have no opener. Are you serious?
Here's my
Are you
thing though.
serious?
If they beat Kansas City in the regular season, that means they definitely ain't gonna beat them in the postseason. And that's kind of the theory now going on with the Browns. It's like, hey, bro, do you really want to beat them in the regular season? You only beaten Pat once.
That's a fact. That's a
So
fact.
do you want to beat Pat once in the regular season and then hope you just don't run into him in the postseason? That's how it always funnels down to that conference championship game, and Pat probably gonna beat it.
This is the thing, though. Lamar don't come through in the postseason. Unfortunately,
That's true.
he don't come through in
That's
the
true.
postseason. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters for them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
also
don't
think
know.
the
It
Ravens
depends
are
on who
going to be.
Baltimore plays.
I also think the Ravens are going to be quite a bit worse than they were last year.
Yeah, that's the thing I was getting at when I was talking about this on the AFC North talk.
I don't think they're going to be that good.
I think the Ravens got worse, and I think the Chiefs got better. Now, the Chiefs are going to experience some fatigue because they've been to the championship game and won it 2 years in a row. Like, a three-peat is just very difficult to achieve for a number of reasons. And even if you do have Pat, like Travis Kelce, by the time we get to February, who knows what his body gonna be like? Like, he old, right? Like, there's gonna be a lot of wear and tear on them bodies in the playoffs. But we talking about week one. Yeah, this might not be as entertaining as some would hope.
I
New
don't know,
defense
man.
too for the Ravens. They got new defensive coordinator. They lost
They
Pat
lost.
Queen. They
They
lost
lost a
like two
great.
safeties.
They
Now,
lost a great defensive coordinator too. They lost a great
now
defensive coordinator.
they did get Nate Wiggins, and Nate Wiggins looks like the next
Yeah,
Denzel Ward.
yeah,
Like, um,
yeah.
and they got a good secondary. I like Brandon Stevens. I like Hump. If he's not the number one guy anymore, like if Nate can take some over some of that by the end of the season, they'll probably be cool there. But yeah, that's my overall concern is like, okay, yeah, Baltimore, I don't think they got better. We'll see what this Derrick Henry thing looks like. He's talking a whole gang of shit right now. And, I'm just not convinced that's going to be what people think it's going to be. Maybe I'm tripping.
I gotta see. It's one of those things that I feel the same way about the Cleveland Browns. Actually, I gotta see what it actually looks like on the field before I give my opinion. Either way,
Yeah. I just see, I don't really, I see it as something that don't feel compatible.
I get
And
that. I get
they're
that.
a, they're going to try to run Greg Roman stuff with Derrick Henry. And they ain't been running with Greg Roman for 2 years. So now they running like their interpretation of Greg. There's a lot of steps away from the original recipe, is what I'm saying. And a lot of people are counting on that good old 2019's original recipe Ravens run game. But they done changed that thing. Small spice by spice every year. And then they got rid of the original cook. And then they was changing it spice by spice. And now you like, okay, let's go back to that 2019 original recipe with Derrick Henry. And it's like, you done lost the fucking formula.
Speaking of Greg Roman, I absolutely 100% drafted Gus Edwards in my fantasy draft late in the draft. I was like, it's like what? It's like Greg and he with the Chargers. He with the Chargers. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
It
gonna need
is
that.
hilarious because like I was looking at the Patriots. I was like, did you know Austin Hooper over there with Alex
Really?
Van Pelt and Jacoby Brissett?
Are
Yeah,
you
they got
serious?
Hoop. Yeah, they got Hoop over there.
Hey, man, it's about
They play the
relationships, but who you
Bengals week
know?
1 too, and I'm
Listen,
like, Hey, if there's a set of guys who are going to walk into that game with irrational confidence versus the Cincinnati Bengals, like it's going to be Alex Van Pelt, Jacoby Brissett, Alex and Anthony. Oh, well, not Anthony. And Hoop. That's going to be who comes in there.
Hey, they walking in there saying, "Hey, we did it in Cleveland. We did it in Cleveland."
All we need is a couple of stops. We gonna move that ball. It's like when you play Madden and you like, I just need 2 stops in the ball at half and I'm good. Like if I get that, I'm winning. I'm scoring every drive. But gonna be interesting to see that game play out. The Browns play the Cowboys. We all know about that. But what we wanted to do today was take a tour around the NFL. We want to look around and give our predictions for each winner of each division. We'll start with the NFC South.
Hold us accountable too, y'all, because we be forgetting stuff, and we have a tendency to exaggerate at times because we be forgetting what we be saying on here. Listen. Yes, you too.
Why I get thrown into your accountability? I don't understand this.
No. Don't you try it.
Don't you try it. Accountable. Okay.
You gonna hold
whatever happened to the word me? I need some me guys.
I said us. That includes me. You know what I'm saying? But hold you accountable too.
Well, I do.
We'll see.
See, this is the life of a middle child right here. I'm just getting held accountable for stuff that Cole. And see, this is my life right here. I've been living this life my whole life. It's always we. I ain't even do nothing, but now it's we in trouble. Okay, all right. What we got to do, Cole?
We're gonna pick these winners and these losers, man. We're gonna pick these winners and these losers.
Mm-hmm. If you want to hold me accountable, my Twitter name is @__Colb, COLB__. Please leave your thoughts and comments about anything that I say at that Twitter. Thank you, because we in this together. Let's go.
Please leave your comments for Q on Q's Twitter. If you got something to say about something I said, feel free to be in my comments. That's fine with me. It don't bother me.
First place for the NFC South. Who you got?
Man, let me see. I gotta think about this one because I feel like I know.
Baker Mayfield was the division winner last year with Tampa Bay. Second place, I believe, was Derek Carr in the Saints. And then there were Atlanta. Good Lord, is Carolina in that division?
Carolina. Okay, so we know where Carolina's going.
Carolina's out.
Yeah, we know that's not.
If they get third place, it would be a successful season.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm going Falcons, man.
You're going Falcons.
I'm going Falcons.
A lot of people are high on the Falcons.
I'm telling you, man. Listen, I don't feel terrible about it. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel as good about it as I want to. But I don't feel bad about it either.
My mind tells me I should probably take the Buccaneers here. But my mind also reminds me that I have horrible choices here at the top. I think I trust Derek Carr and the Saints, who don't look that good this year. I got to trust Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons to live up to expectations.
I know I'm crazy because I feel like they might actually do it.
Or I got to trust Baker Mayfield to be good a year after he was decent. I got to bet on off-year Baker. I don't love any of these choices coming out. Also, Kirk Cousins old.
That's the thing, coming off an Achilles injury.
Yeah. The Falcons are the best team.
That's what I'm saying.
The best roster on paper. If I were picking a team in Madden, I would pick the Falcons, no problem. But they the Falcons. Like, and no disrespect to the Falcons or Falcons fans, I've saw y'all lose a lead after scoring a touchdown before. This is who they are. Like,
I hear
I
you.
cannot trust them.
I hear you. But I just feel like they got the most talented team.
They're going to have the
They-
lowest point differential in this division. Well, no, they're going to have the best point differential in the division. They're going to finish second place. I'm going to have to go with Buccaneers.
Okay. You taking the Bucks?
I trust that.
You taking the Bucks? I'm taking the Falcons.
I just trust it more. I trust that Baker maybe figures something out. He's got Mike Evans. Good enough defense. The Falcons are just good enough to make it matter that they are a team that has suffered a series of unfortunate events routinely. And also, they're going to play just well enough that it matters that Kirk Cousins is the quarterback in the fourth quarter. And look, man, last time we saw Kirk play, didn't they win like 6 games?
When did he get hurt last year? I feel like didn't he get hurt like pretty.
I know he got hurt. Josh Dobbs played and the season got revived because it was dead when Kirk Cousins was out there.
I thought wasn't his last game? Didn't they beat the 49ers?
They
That was
did
Kirk,
beat
right?
the 49ers, but that was when everybody was beating the 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Don't say it like that because you're making it sound like
dog, we did beat them with PJ, dog. Everybody was beating the 49. PJ is everybody. No disrespect to the GOAT, but PJ
the Steelers didn't. The Steelers didn't.
Huh?
The Steelers
Yeah, because they got worse than PJ. They had Kenny Pickett. Like
The whole
you think
AFC
Kenny Pickett can win XFL MVP? I don't think so.
The whole AFC North got a win, except for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's crazy. To be fair, they did not play them in that run of time where it seemed like it was the perfect time to play them. Because, well, I think the Browns got that lick off first, and then the Vikings got that lick off second, and I think the Bengals got a nice lick on them in San Francisco.
Hey, the Ravens did them dirty, bro. The Ravens did them so bad.
The Ravens came in after that too. It was nasty, dog. It was a nasty period. They don't want to play us no more.
Nah, they ain't trying to come to the AFC
division.
North. They not trying to come up here.
They good, bruh. But I have to go. What are we still? Oh yeah, we're talking about Kirk. Yeah, how much do you trust Kirk? Like that is the question. Do you trust Kirk more than you trust a 28-year-old Baker Mayfield?
It's less about trusting Kirk and more me feeling like, hey man, the level of quarterback play that the Atlanta Falcons need to be a team with a winning record in that division is not that hard. It's not that high.
Every time we use this take, it ends up being bad. I have seen this one. I have seen this play be ran. This is the NFL commentator equivalent of running prevent. It is bad. No, every time we got to go to this take, because we doing it with Russ right now, right? And the Steelers, it is the most overrated take, in my opinion, that we tend to go and lean on, which is if they just get a little bit better at quarterback, and it's always not that simple. You know what, Baker Mayfield, 6 gonna get it in. I'm confirmed in that spot because if that is the hope for the Falcons, is that what the season is leading on? A dude that they trusted so much that they drafted somebody 3 years younger than him to play quarterback behind him. I can't get down with that. It don't even seem like the Falcons want to get down with that. This is basically the same thing with Pittsburgh got going on, but like with slightly better versions of those players.
I don't even think it's slightly better versions of those players. But
dog, come on. We can't do this. You don't even think he's that much better than Russ? Why they not winning the division? They not winning the division, dog.
I'm saying the Falcons go win it. The Falcons go get it done. I'm prepared to look crazy for saying this, but I'm rolling with the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay. And we're a solid enough team. Look, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be good enough to beat teams worse than them. And fortunately for them, because they play in the NFC South, they're going to play a lot of teams that are worse than them a lot of times. And that will carry them.
bare minimum, they should get 4 wins in that division.
And you
Pretty
know
easily.
what? I think Baker has evolved. I think he has learned from his past time. And I think he's learned to calm the hell down and throw that thing up to Mike Evans. And if he does that, he gonna be okay. He gonna be okay. See, y'all think this is the Baker Mayfield hater podcast.
No. We don't
We
hate
ain't hating.
we over that. Oh, we are
Yeah.
over that. We good.
I got a first place finish for the Bucks. Do
I
you
got-
think there's any chance the Saints can sneak up in there?
No.
I mean, is Derek Carr? Derek Carr could end up being the best quarterback in this division by the end of the year. Are we out on Derek Carr entirely?
I feel like Derek Carr might be getting replaced in that starting lineup half
Now,
of the year.
You know what's interesting about this? Derek Carr was only drafted 2 years after Kirk Cousins.
Damn, that's crazy.
Even funner fact, the Falcons and the Steelers play. Both of them was drafted in 2012. By the way, Russ is significantly older than Kirk Cousins, I think, because Russ played baseball for a couple of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he played his 5th year in college. Like,
Man.
yeah,
Man.
yeah.
We'll see. We are both agreed that the Carolina Panthers are going to finish last in this division, though, right?
Yeah, that's not in question.
Okay, just make.
I mean, there's a chance that, like, look, I wouldn't be surprised if any of these teams that we talk about could win, get number one, collapse so badly that they end up going to last place and Carolina, like, gets like 6-7 wins and they're more encouraged with their quarterback position. I just think Bryce Young stinks as an NFL prospect.
I'm not there yet.
I'm
not there yet.
What is there to keep me from going there? I see Caleb Williams throw the ball. I'm like, damn. I can't believe he's a number 1 pick, and then Bryce Young is also a number 1 overall pick. Like, just think about that. You see Caleb Williams, and you're like, yeah, that look good. And you got your questions still, and then look at Bryce Young and tell me that they both should be number 1 overall picks.
I mean, I never felt like you know this.
We know this. They
never
never
thought
have
you
to do it. That's the
should've
thing.
went one.
That's why I can't trust Carolina, dog, because they didn't even have to do it. There were so many other options they could have won. This wasn't one of them years where there was one quarterback and you had to draft the number 1 overall.
No.
This was one of the years you could have went. If you wanted to shock everybody and show everybody how different, you could have took Anthony Richardson. I would be fine with that. Hey,
You know who I wanted. You know who I wanted.
hey,
You
CJ
take
Stroud.
CJ. You take CJ.
Yeah.
You good.
CJ right there. Like, you ain't gonna go wrong with CJ 2K. But no, they wanted to get Bryce Young.
Quick question.
And you
Quick
compare
question.
Bryce Young to everybody in that draft class, it looks bad. What's up?
I was about to say, you taking Will Levis over Bryce?
Ooh. Nah, I'll take Bryce. Because I know Will Levis going to be sorry. There's like still a 1% chance that Bryce Young might be decent on some Tua shit. Remember how trash Tua looked early in his career? And then he kind of like somebody figured it out with him. Because remember, Tua was getting benched for Jacoby Brissett.
He was. Flores was not going. He was not going.
Flores wanted that big boy.
I can trust him.
He want this little man right here. Right? Like,
I'm not all the way out on Bryce yet, but I'm interested to see what they look like this year.
what percentage are you in on Bryce? That's the question.
It's definitely below 50. Definitely below 50. I'm probably like
I thought 50
like-
was out the question like by week 7 last year. 50, it's crazy.
I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm like 25% in. On
You
Bryce.
think that's high?
25% in on Bryce. 25% in. He not gonna be terrible this year.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be terrible. And the only reason I think that is the stuff that he's not good at ain't the stuff you could fix. Like, he's small. Because he's small, he can't see. He's not a good enough athlete to improvise consistently. Like, imagine if Deshaun Watson was trying to play like Deshaun Watson, but he was like 5'11", 150.
He's so small, bro. Every
bro.
time I see him on the field, I'd be like, "Yo,
Yeah,
dog."
he can't play like that, and that's just not going to happen. He's not. You need to, if you're going to be that small, you got to be Kyler Murray. You got to be ungodly as an athlete. Like, and that goes for any position that you're that small. If you're that small, if Bryce Young was that size and playing corner, he'd be cooked. If Bryce Young was this size and playing wide receiver, he'd be cooked. If Bryce Young out there, it's like having David Bell at quarterback. That's what it's like. Except for David Bell is bigger.
Yeah, they've been like what,
Much
6'2"?
bigger. Yeah. I think he's 6 foot. Still. Okay.
Still significantly bigger.
Still got a couple of inches on him. Like, maybe even 3.
Yeah, man, we'll see.
You can't be that small. You can't be that skinny and not be the greatest athlete on the field at all times. It survives the position. It just is what it is. Like, name me a dude that was that small, that skinny, and couldn't run the best on the field.
I was about to say, well, no. I'm about to Google how tall was, let me see.
What, Drew Brees?
Yeah.
It's the only guy I could think of. Drew Brees probably
That's-
like 5'10", 5'11".
6 foot. Well, he's listed as 6 foot.
With them arches in. But also Drew Brees.
He wasn't, I'm about to say he wasn't
30.
light. He wasn't
Yeah.
light. You know what I'm saying?
30.
Like, it's a difference between being 6 foot, like 200.
Drew Brees was
210.
built like Baker Mayfield. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And being like 5'11" and
Yeah.
165. You see what I'm saying?
he's the smallest guy on the field. You can't be the smallest guy on the field
I
and
just thought
not the
he would
most
be-
athletic guy.
I thought he would be a better athlete than he is.
I
I just thought he would.
I
thought he
knew
would.
that wasn't going to be the case because every time I at Alabama, I saw him, I'm like, it seems like it's going real slow for him. And I'm like, oh, that's just the difference between having 18-year-olds chase you than like Myles Garrett.
Do we play them?
I don't think so. I think we played them. We played them in what, 2021? So we got 4 years after that.
Yeah.
So we get Baker next year on the schedule. So yeah, Deshaun better play this year, dog.
He has to play well this year, or it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get
Or I
ugly.
can't save the discourse. Like the discourse is gonna be the discourse. All right.
We're not gonna be able to say nothing either. We're just
I
gonna
ain't
be
gonna
like,
be able to talk G out them texts no more, dog. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, dog. Like,
it's just gonna be like this. Can't say nothing.
hey, bro, that's tough. That's tough. I guess you gotta show.
I would like to avoid that if at all possible, Deshaun. I would like to avoid that.
Yeah, so it's for your own good, brother. I don't want to see them get Baker, man. Don't let that game be at home and you stinking. Like, it's like they give Baker a standing ovation.
It's gonna be extremely racially charged in that arena.
He's gonna be racially charged. He gonna lose the whole city. Like this could be a landslide. Like, what precinct is he holding down if he stinks this year?
Not mine.
Yeah. Bruh.
They're gonna be saying some wild stuff in that state.
Bruh, and it's all gonna fly.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
It's all gonna fly on. And Baker we gonna talk about him like Jesus. Okay, like he is back.
That's
he
what
is
I'm
risen.
hate. That is what I'm going to hate. Let me tell you, that's what I'm gonna hate.
We'll see though. That's a long time from now. All right, so that's the NFC South. We feel pretty good about that. Do we want to go NFC, AFC to keep it fresh, or do we want to run through the NFC? I'll let you choose.
Let's run through the NFC. Let's run through.
All right, NFC North. We got Green Bay, Detroit. I think they won the division last year. Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears and the Vikings.
Okay, so we just gonna eliminate the Bears and the Vikings right now. We're just gonna get them out the way.
Hold on. I don't think they deserve automatic dismissal.
You think the Bears won the division?
I don't think that there's a strong chance they can win the division. But there is a chance that Caleb Williams plays out of his mind and makes it a conversation. There is no universe that exists where Sam Darnold wins that division.
Oh, yeah, no.
So they're automatically out. I agree with you on that. But we need Cleveland barbecue rankings. Maybe for the bye week. I don't know. Yeah. Cole don't eat meat no more, so this makes it hard.
I actually had an incident happen at a restaurant. I didn't eat meat, but my tacos did not have vegan cheese in them. Oh. So that was an adventure for me this weekend.
See, the thing about having one of those diets, man, you eat the wrong thing. That's it. It's wraps. Your stomach is done.
My stomach was finished. Do you hear me? Finished. I ate at like 2:30. I didn't eat the rest of the day.
Yeah, it was wraps on that. We could do it. We might have to bring Curtis on, some more carnivores on the show to do that and have Cole mediate.
Well, just me nodding. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if we get to some cheese or some shit, we'll talk to you. Some non-dairy cheese.
They got fries. They got fries over there. I can
like, who got the best? Hey Cole, who got the best oat milk? Vegan.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, if we want to hear about cauliflower recipes, we'll ask you. Okay. Yeah, who got the best impossible sandwich? Let's rank that place last. Motherfucker trying to eat an impossible brisket. I'm done. No.
They got that? They got that somewhere?
They probably do.
You in Atlanta? You're supposed to tell me that.
They got tofu, and you could just paint that shit up and shape it in anything and call it whatever impossible, whatever,
Can I stand this man? Anyway.
Hey, bro, why they put fake bones in vegan food? I don't ever understand that. You ain't never had it with the fake bone in there?
No.
I had some vegan wings. They put some like cardboard in there, act like it was a bone.
No, I ain't never had that.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I could go Mediterranean. I could not go vegan. Man, good on you, man. You saving the environment and shit. It's cool. It's healthier, I guess.
It's definitely healthier.
Yeah. I hear.
Oh, man.
Just know every time you look at that screen, it just smells crazy in there because it's cold vegan.
It gotta smell crazy in here.
It's crazy, and that's why we do this shit on Zoom. Bro, you know how the vegans beat me.
Hey, I'm just glad you're trying to attack the vegans and not the original that I know it smelled crazy here was about. I'm just glad. You know what? That's okay. Attack me. Me.
Whoa, what did you think that was about? Wait a minute. What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, man.
You talk about the origination of that meme?
Yeah, I'm just glad you're talking about me and not talking about talking about nothing else. I'm glad you're talking about me.
I got no beef for the Southern diaspora. Okay. I got no beef.
Let's just clarify that.
I like my shit spicy too. But that's about as far as I'm able to go. Okay. Anyways, God. Man, NFC North, who we got?
It's coming down between the Lions and the Packers for me.
Okay.
I think the Lions gonna do it again, man.
I don't know what it is, but I just can't get behind Jordan Love.
He seems extremely inconsistent to me. Like the good is really good, but the bad can be like really bad sometimes.
It feels too good to be true that they just gonna go from franchise quarterback to franchise quarterback to franchise quarterback. Like, it ain't even like Green Bay been ran that well. Like, it's just pure happenstance that happened. I have to imagine a mistake at quarterback has to be in the cards for Green Bay at some point.
I don't think Jordan Love is a mistake. I think he's a good quarterback.
Do you think it's possible he could be Jay Cutler plus? Well, not even Jay Cutler plus, like just Jay Cutler.
Maybe.
Because when it was good with Jay,
It's really
it was
good.
good. When it started to go down with Jay, well, it went bad. And what they paid, what, 45, 47 for him? What was it, probably 50, right?
I think it's in the 40s. I'm pretty sure it's in the 40s. You probably look that up.
At the 1 year?
He was good. He was good though. He was good though.
And like
You know
the
what I'm
only
saying?
team he beat in the beat in the playoffs was the Cowboys. And like, we know when the easiest time to play the Cowboys. Look, we gonna get their best shot next week.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, look, they far away from that postseason. They locked in.
Yeah, man. I don't know, but I'm
I
taking
gotta
the
go.
Lions.
I
I'm
got
taking the
Detroit.
Lions.
Look, I don't feel good betting on Jared Goff after another year. I know y'all have had this renaissance with Jared Goff and y'all have rewritten his career and made it seem like you trusted him. He's been to the Super Bowl or been to the conference championship a bunch of times. I'm like, yeah, okay. But I just trust what they got going on in Detroit there. They'll win a division. I don't know if they repeat and get to the conference championship game. It kind of feels like that was the year for them. But I think they'll get there. I do think that the Bears could be a bit of a dark horse. They got some wide receivers there with Caleb Williams. They were able to get those 2 picks there.
Defense is pretty good. Defense is pretty good.
And I would like to remind people, not only did they get Caleb Williams, they got Caleb Williams. It did not acquire Cliff Kingsbury. Who knows what that boy gonna look like when this season gonna start? Okay, like,
Hey man, he might be the one. He might be the one.
So I ain't gonna sleep on Caleb, but yeah, I gotta put him there. Let's go NFC West.
I like how we didn't even know. We just was like, yeah, the Vikings coming in last and just completely moved on.
They started Sam Darnold. What am I supposed to do with that?
It's like, yeah, y'all coming last. It's
You're starting Sam Darnold or who else was there? It's not. They not winning. They not winning.
Yeah.
And even when they not starting Sam Darnold, they're gonna be starting JJ McCarthy next year. Hey, bro. Okay. Daniel Jones's twin.
Wow, don't disrespect the man like that already.
I mean, like, literally tell me the exact draft profile for Daniel Jones and JJ McCarthy ain't the same exact thing. Oh, he's experienced in this system. He's worked with pros. That's what we said about Daniel Jones, working with Eli Manning.
Man, it's got that boy drafted high, didn't it?
Hey, Jim Harbaugh got his boy drafted high.
And
then we're going to find out the only thing he can do in the NFL is run. But, yeah, the Vikings finished last. Sorry, Minnesota. It's going to be a tough year.
Maybe next year.
Hey, maybe basketball season. But
definitely basketball season. Definitely, y'all got something. Y'all got something.
Here's the thing, though. They know they got something. So the fun is gone. Right? That first season, when you on that run, the fun is there. Oh, man, we don't know what we could be. Now you done got to the Western Conference Finals. And let me tell you something. With Cat on the team, you're not getting no further than that. So it's just going to be disappointment from here on out until you get rid of Cat. They cursed. It's unfortunate. I like the city of Minnesota. You know, they seem like nice people. They deserve better. Trade Cat. Maybe you have a chance. But Cole, you tell me if I'm hating you. I know you give me the you hating face right now, but tell me right now, look me dead in the eye. You think they could get out the West?
They could get out the West. They could get out the West. They could get out the West. It's just like between Cat and Rudy, man, it's just
they not getting out the West. They not getting out the West. They could, right? I could walk on the first take and take Stephen A's job. It's both not likely to happen.
I'm just trying to think like who, because I don't think Dallas making the finals again.
Yeah,
I don't think Dallas.
It don't matter who looks good in the West. It's just the rivalry and the issue isn't who's playing the Timberwolves, Cole. It's the Timberwolves. It's the unseriousness of that front court.
Because they really shouldn't have lost to the Mavericks last year.
That's how I know they ain't never get. When is it going to be easier than that, Cole?
Like they should not have lost to that Mavericks. I'm sorry, they should not have lost.
They went up 2-0 on them, didn't they?
They had leads in a bunch of those games, and it just didn't matter.
That just told you right there. It was literally in the cards, and they found a way to lose. You think they're gonna beat somebody they gotta try to beat?
Never know, man. You never know. I think it's OKC. I think it's
they ain't never
OKC
getting past Denver again. They ain't never getting past Denver again. OKC go tap it. Let LeBron see these unserious dudes. Like,
I don't know. The Lakers kind of unserious right now.
LeBron and AD, let me tell you, they unserious, but they more serious than that. AD on Cat? Come on. Now, in that next round, where AD got to see Jokic, well, it's going to be back to kind of unserious. But for the Lakers, for one round, you're going to believe. You're going to be on this show talking about, see, man, I know what I said earlier, but AD really could cat in that series, man. And I'll be like, see, you're doing it to yourself.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about that. Until I see some trades, I ain't doing none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't doing none of that.
The Timberwolves seem like a team that's always good to lose the play-in. Like, to lose to the play-in team in the first round. Like, it's always in play for the Timberwolves. They're not serious. So anyways, yeah, Minnesota, I feel bad for you. Hey, the Twins? How they doing in the baseball world, Cole? I have no idea what the Twins are doing. I
mean, they're second in the division. Behind your Cleveland Guardians, baby. They ain't not catching us either. It's over. They ain't catching us.
How many games are left in the season?
A lot.
It's like a month, right?
A lot. Let me see how many games.
Because the playoffs start in October.
Already took 2 and 3 from the Royals. No, the Royals are actually done though. That's actually over. They have played 139 games. So what's that? 139. So 23? 23 games left?
Will they get to 100?
We got 80 wins. Nah, they're not getting to 100.
But yeah, sorry, Minnesota fans. Not your year. Maybe the University of Minnesota can make the Pinstripe Bowl or something. Come on. Like that.
Oh, okay. You said I didn't know where you was going with that.
No, they're not about to they could come out the big. Oh no, never mind. All those Pac-12 teams are in the Big 12 or the Big 10 now. Yeah, and they don't do divisions no more. Oh, they took away all your paths to glory, bro. That's tough. I know Wisconsin was furious when they took them divisions away because they ain't got no chance now.
I was about to say, why are you about to lie to these people? Just gonna lie to these people for no reason.
No more Northwestern. Rutgers, you never had a shot anyways. Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, well, Ohio State, Oregon, or Michigan, Oregon in the Big Ten championship game, probably, right? Like that's. But you won't be far if you want to drive to it if you're from Minnesota, So you got that to look forward to. I don't know what Minnesota has to look forward to. I'm sorry.
The Timberwolves, they're still going to be a good team. It's still going to be a really good team.
Bro, we watch how this fan base reacts when the Cavs are like a 50-win team, but we know what it is. That's not fun. At what point were we having fun last year?
Not at all. Oh, well,
they're not about to have no fun.
The last couple games of the Magic series were kind of fun.
Yeah, because we knew what the problem was, right? Once it got switched to, hey, we can have fun again because we're not expected to be serious anymore. Okay, now you can have fun. But before that, this shit ain't going to be fun. It's going to be them being mad about Cat all year. And then people defending Cat. It's going to be Cat wars. Who wants that? What? They gonna be warring over Cat and Rudy and what they could trade them for. You gonna have all these things. Yeah, I know everybody wants to trade Cat and Rudy, but what are you gonna get for? How you gonna pay for it?
Man, we having that conversation in Cleveland right now.
Hey dog, ain't no fun. That ain't no
That's no
fun.
fun.
Nah, man. Y'all not about to have no fun there, dog. But you know what? Maybe in a couple years you can get some fun. Because y'all do got Ant-Man. And Ant-Man is legitimately great. Don't lose him. Because also think about the Timberwolves. You do feel real first team. Like real first teamy, right? Like, yeah, he was
Hey,
on the
man.
Timberwolves, and then he went to the Lakers, or then he went to the Knicks.
Ooh. Oh
But
man.
fortunately, I don't even think the Lakers can afford him because they broke. Let's go ahead and get to the NFC West now.
Oh, that shot was not necessary, even though it's true.
Y'all gonna have to
Um,
sell neighbor rights to the building, the court, and the locker rooms to be able to afford Ant-Man. I'm surprised y'all could keep up with the property taxes on the arena. Now that the Clippers ain't gonna be playing there no more.
let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with that, actually.
The Lakers gonna be out here landlording for salary cap.
Hey, whatever it takes to get the job done.
They gonna buy up the block.
Anyway, 49ers and Seahawks winning the division.
49ers. Easy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Seahawks have been on a slight decline.
I actually think they're going to be better this year, but I don't
Why?
think they're going to be better than the 49ers.
Why do you think they're gonna be better?
I think their defense is going to be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think they're declining a little bit at a faster rate on offense.
I can see that.
Man, Gino done gave you three good years. We really got to start expecting that's gonna be it from Gino. Like, you got 3 good years out of Geno Smith. You could not say that has not gone as well as you hoped it did. 3 good years. If I would have told you when they traded Russ, you're gonna get 3 solid years out of Geno Smith, you'd been like,
Bro,
damn.
they traded Russ, was like, nah, we gonna rock with Geno, and they were right. Like, they were 100% right.
Bro, and then they play the Seahawks week 1.
Mhm.
And everybody, dog, this is how I knew something was up with Russ. Everybody on that field looked happy. Everybody in that building looked happy. Everybody in the stands looked happy to have Russ play for somebody else. And I'm like, dog, what was he out there doing?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But they sure did look happy.
They looked happy as hell.
Couldn't wait to get that man out of there.
What, Arizona finishing last? This is a tough one because, like, last place ain't going to be a bad team.
Yeah, it's not going to be nobody's going to be bad per se.
Yeah.
I may regret it, but I'm going to say the Rams finishing last.
I can see it. All right. So we did the West, East. Did we do the East? No, we ain't do it because we ain't talking about the damn Giants yet. The NFC East, which the Cowboys, the Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the New York Giants.
Eagles winning.
Think Eagles.
Eagles winning.
Why do you think that?
I think sometimes I just look at rosters and I'm just like, okay, their roster is better than it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like they were bad last year, like they were a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're going to be better this year, and I also think Dallas is going to be worse.
I would argue they were bad last year, especially by the end of the season. We all knew what was going to happen. They lost to Baker Mayfield in the playoffs. They lost to the NFC South champion, the worst division in football. And it wasn't even an upset.
No.
We all saw it coming.
But they did make the playoffs. They still made it. You see what I'm saying?
They made it because they won so many games early that it would literally take a Herculean effort to take them out. They fumbled the division. And these things do matter. When you are in position to win the division and then you just lose the division, That matters to me. Because it's not like the losses just happened. You knew the division was on the line and you kept losing. Like you needed to win these games and you kept losing. They almost lost to Zach Wilson.
Forgot about that.
Like, I think we forgot how bad the Eagles looked at points last year. Now, with Saquon, they will be better. With new coordinators, they will be better. But I think they got bigger problems in Philly than talent.
What's the problem?
Them dudes don't seem like they like going to work. And maybe that was the coordinator's fault. But I think the coordinators leaving the year after they went to the Super Bowl just exposed that Sirianni got to be there more. And I think he the problem.
That's fair.
Like, I think he the dude they don't like coming to work for.
That's definitely fair. Man.
And if that dynamic still exists, how can I expect them to be that much different?
Here's my thing about that, though.
That they did get Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell in the draft.
Here's my thing. I'm gonna say,
just so talented.
I'm gonna say, look at the roster. Like, look at the roster. They have new coordinators, and this is the biggest thing. This is the biggest reason I think they're gonna win. I think the Dallas Cowboys got demonstrably worse from last year to this year.
Demonstrably.
I think, and this is not me saying they're going to be bad. They're not. I still think they're going to make the playoffs in the NFC.
Why do you think demonstrably?
Well, first, Deron Bland is going to be out for like half the season, and I think that the rest of that secondary, outside of Diggs, but he's coming off an ACL injury. The rest of that secondary is just not really that good. And even if you look at that defense, I'm like, hey man, Dan Quinn's gone. They got Mike Zimmer. We'll see how that goes. But like when you look at it outside of like Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence and Diggs coming off an ACL injury again, that defense don't really move me that much. And then you start looking at offense, like their running back room is Ezekiel Elliott and Dalvin Cook in 2024.
Well, it's gonna be Rico Dow. That starts for.
You think it's gonna be Dow for sure?
That's what I'm hearing from everybody who's serious and covers the team in Dallas.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry, Rico running the ball.
All right.
They gave me that information just in time for my fantasy football draft too. I was like, "Oh, y'all good. Appreciate that." Try to talk some people into drafting Zeke.
Yeah, I might need to hit the waiver wire and see what I can do. Okay, it's gonna be really cool. But even then, it's like outside of like you look at those receivers, it's CD and it's like, like it's just two rookies on the offensive line. Like I don't.
By the way, Tyler Guyton. Imagine me and him.
Yeah, you got a
third rounder, second round. What round was Tyler Guyton taking? He had to be like second or third.
I thought he was their first round pick.
He was the first round pick.
He was their first round pick.
I like so many other tackles more than Tyler Guyton. Now he's looked good in the preseason. But let me tell you, the preseason edge rusher number 92, or whoever it is that you're going up against, them generics that you be playing in the preseason, it ain't Miles.
Good luck. God bless.
Could you imagine that day before? Like, are you preparing to play Miles? Are you watching more tape? What tape gonna do?
You just gotta go out there.
You
just gotta go out there, dog.
You gonna be. Ooh, that's
the bar is so low. It's like, hey man, can you just make sure I don't die?
Remember what happened to the last dude in Conquo?
Oh yeah.
And Miles is like, all right, man, let me stop playing. Got 2 strip sacks back to back.
He gonna give up. Like you going into that game knowing, hey bro, you probably gonna give up a couple sacks here.
There's no way in the world Dak leaves that man in 5-0. Like, man, like just straight up 1-on-1 with there is no chance. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think they should just leave him out there with a chip and then a protection. No, dog. This guard is tied to my leg. Like you just like a hack and sack race. You just gonna tie that guard to Tyler Guyton's feet because I'm not doing nothing without that guard on my inside.
Yeah, man, you in for a rough one. You in for a rough one on Sunday in front of Tom Brady.
It's just like you are how old are these dudes now? Tyler Guyton like 24 years old?
Probably the early 20s, gotta be.
Okay. Here's another factor the Browns have that we're not used to. This brother was watching Miles in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And now his first NFL game. That's Myles Garrett. that is the Myles Garrett. Imagine you are a late first round tackle and your first game is against Lawrence Taylor. False start. And it's on the road.
Oh, and it's going to be loud.
And it's on the road.
It's going to be
and they going to be
so
barking.
loud.
And then Miles like to mess with people. Nah, that's going to be tough for the young fella.
Hey, Miles might not, and they like to move Miles around. He's staying right over. He probably staying right over you the whole game.
No, they're going to have to move him because there's no way the Cowboys just let that happen. They got another rookie on the offensive line. They got Cooper Beebe playing center.
Yeah, he started center. I didn't know he was starting center. I thought he was going to start. I thought they drafted him to be a guard. But he started center. I mean, hey.
Well, yeah, they lost Biotish. I think their center got hurt during the preseason, I think he's going to be good. I like Cooper Beebe.
Cooper Beebe is going to be. I think Guyton might actually end up being really good too.
Yeah, Guyton's a good athlete. I mean, he just never figured out how to put it together at Arkansas, and he was in college for a while. That thing. So, again, preseason is one thing. I thought he looked okay at the Senior Bowl. He did look pretty unrefined for somebody who'd been in college as long as he did. But you have one of them unrefined mistakes versus Myles Garrett, you're going to end up with your ass on the ground, looking up at the sky, wondering, how did we get here?
Or even worse, Dak go be on the ground looking at the sky.
You and Dak. What's up, bro? You good?
He'd be like, what the fuck you mean? What's up? No, I am not good, sir. Not at all.
Fast. Yeah, I didn't know he was that strong. I need to know what Tyler Guyton personality like, because there's only a handful of ways you can handle a challenge like that. Are you gonna be terrified? Are you gonna be one of them dudes who's stupid, right? And you know the stupid dudes. Then you try to tell him you don't want to fight him, right? It's like that RDC sketch. Why you trying to fight John John? Everybody told you don't fight John John. He got a metal he got a metal plate in his jaw. Why you trying to fight him? And he's like, nah, I could take him.
Okay. Go ahead.
I want to know what kind of dude Tyler Guyton is. I want to know if he think he can get that. Like, he watches the Larry Tussle tape. He's like, I could do that. Larry Tussle can't even do that all the time. Like,
he like, I could do that. Everybody just looking like.
All right. Well, the young fella believes in himself.
Dak's just over there like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, bro, I just need to know. I need to know how he's going to handle this, because that is a tough assignment. Hey, at least you know it will only go downhill from here. Like after you play Myles Garrett, it's like, okay, you're not going to face somebody that big and that athletic and that strong for the rest of the season.
Yeah, man, it's over. It's over with. Like this is. You just get this over with, however it goes, and you good money the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Good money the rest of the way.
It's like when you like Georgia Southern and you play Georgia week 1. It's like, all right, well, when we play Kennesaw State next week, it's gonna feel real slow.
It's gonna feel real slow.
It's gonna feel real slow. It's like the game that. I remember talking to dudes on the team. They would go up and play like Ohio State, Michigan, or whatever, because the Youngstown FCS school, they always play like West Virginia or Pitt. They'd be like, man, that next week when we play Duquesne, The game feel like it's going at half speed, dog. We be crisp. Like, you go from Big Ten football to Duquesne. Oh, oh. Who the Cowboys play week 2, man? Like, you go from that, and now it's on Dafe Owe on the edge. Oh yeah, we got that, bro. Like, yeah, 2 steps, I'm there. Like, I ain't even got an anchor. Like,
I ain't even got an anchor.
I ain't even got an anchor. Woo! I know. Man. That's tough. That is tough. Hey, bro, I bet Akron plays a hell of a football game next week.
Hey, dead ass. Whoever play Akron this week got an ass.
Hey, watch your else. Don't let it be like Robert Morris. Okay. Like,
they got an ass whooping on the way.
Yeah, they gonna play somebody like Dartmouth or some shit like that. They gonna beat them.
It's gonna be bad.
Because they done seen all the speed. They had to tackle Quinshawn last week. You ain't shit. Okay. Like,
hey, I ain't gonna lie. After that, first quarter, Akron, I was like, okay.
See all I need to see. Let's get starters out of there. Hey, that's how it was last year when YSU played them. They had that one touchdown. Like, all right, get the starters out. We don't need to see this. We don't need this confidence to be done to our starters. Let the freshmen have those stories about Marvin Harrison Jr. absolutely doing it to them. Okay? Get the starters out of there, dog.
And he was absolutely cooking them.
Oh, it was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. Oh my God, is this true? Or does this play? They're playing Rutgers next week.
Oh. Rutgers got an ass whooping coming.
Hey, watch out, bro. Hey, and if I'm Colgate, because they go from 2 Big Ten schools to playing Colgate, and then they play South Carolina. Let me tell you what that schedule tells me, Cove. Akron needed to fund a football program this year. You playing 3 big, Power 5 schools? 2 Big Ten? What SEC? Hey, bills were due.
Listen. You go in there, you beat Rutgers, you feel real good about that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's Rutgers, but still.
Hey, no, to them it ain't Rutgers. That's a Big Ten opponent.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a Power 5 opponent. You could beat them. Win. They probably not though, because you get the injuries, right? But Colgate,
yeah, their quarterback got hurt, didn't they?
Yeah, Colgate though, watch your ass. Okay, that's a must win. That's a must win. They got to get one before conference play because then they play South Carolina. They beat South Carolina.
Oh, no. No.
South Carolina got the fastest dude on a video game. They ain't doing that. Nah. Where were we?
Who won in the NFC East?
Oh, shit. The Cowboys.
You want the Cowboys?
They're a more serious regular season operation to me.
Okay. I'm going Eagles.
I just don't trust what they got. The worst vibes going down there in Philly. Great talent. Worst vibes.
I think this might be the first time I've ever heard you say, I'm not picking this team because the vibes are awful.
They're so bad, man. The vibes are just so bad.
Nothing to do with football. Vibes are terrible. Don't like it.
No, there's no football reason. They're a better team. They have a better quarterback. Well, tied quarterback.
I would say Dak's better.
Yeah, Dak's better. Right?
I would say Dak's better.
It's the same tier. Dak is the Honda Civic. And Jalen Hurts is a Ford Focus. Same class of vehicle. But this is the better version of it.
Okay.
Higher trim.
Okay.
It's got lane cameras and shit. I don't know. I'm taking it too far. But, yeah, I would say that's why I trust the Cowboys more. The Cowboys are locked to win at least 11 games.
Yeah. Double-digit wins for sure.
The Philadelphia Eagles feel like a team that could implode.
I guess I just have to see if the vibes are really going to be as bad as they were last year with all the new additions. I just have to see.
Also,
Like
gotta
you
see if they
said.
let Cooper play corner.
Mm.
We'll see. We'll see about Nick Sirianni.
If he move him to safety, you gonna be like, okay, maybe I believe a little bit more.
Nah. They moving to safety.
Believe
I'm like,
less.
see, nah.
Believe
If they, I'll believe in them less. Wow. It be your old people, dog. It be your old one. A brother named Deshaun can't get a break from a dude named Sirianni? Like, even you don't believe? That's crazy.
Hey, man.
That's crazy.
I'm just trying to win games. I'm just trying to win games, Coop. I'm just trying to win games.
Why? You already got a white safety. Why would you need another one? No, let that man play quarter like he was born to do. Okay? I don't understand why this is so difficult for everybody to do. He's clearly a quarter.
Hey, man. We'll see.
And I mean a boundary corner, too. Don't try to sneak him in that slot.
I was just about to say, I was like, we can put him in a slide. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? Put him in a slide. You know what I'm
this
saying?
man run fit. He is an outside corner. We have seen the AAU tapes. I'm sold. He can cover. Okay? Put him on the outside. Him and Quinyon. You're going to be all right.
I hear what you're saying. Nick just like, you just got to show me. That's all. You just got to show me.
Nick's like, I don't know.
I hear you.
DB coach sitting there confused, like, bruh, I want to put him outside. Hey.
Are you sure you want to put him outside?
Start talking about historical trends. I'm like, what they got to do with Cooper?
I'm just saying it's something we should think about. That's all. That's all.
And the draft coverage of him was so crazy because it was only his own telling him he can't do it. Like, I was just sitting here like, why do y'all not think he can play corner? He played corner in the Big Ten. When else is he gonna prove he was there? Well, he played against Ohio State, right?
Oh yeah, he did.
And he held up. What's the hold up here? Like, what else he got to do?
We need to find some tape. We need to find some tape against Cooper against Ohio State just to make sure.
Yeah, make sure he didn't get fried up. But I'm pretty sure he did it.
Like if he got fried up, maybe Nick was like,
He couldn't guard Marvin Harrison Jr. He must be a safety. Dog, what? But we've talked about this before. Eric Weddle was locked up Calvin Johnson in a bowl game. It didn't mean shit to them evaluators.
Not looking.
Nah, they wouldn't even put Eric Weddle at quarter in an emergency situation.
Nope.
I just need to know what they're going to do with that. Because, A, if there is a city where the response is going to be very problematic in their encouragement, it's Philly. Bill Burr had the line. You guys had Joe Frazier, and this city is so racist. You had to build a statue of an imaginary white guy. Like Joe Frazier's from here, but Rocky's got.
Shout out Bill Burr, man. He got some quotes, man. He got some quotes.
By the way, that Boston Philly beef is something else. That is some angry beef.
Extremely angry beef.
Woo.
Extremely angry.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I want to see Cooper play quarter, man. Let that man play outside. Not no slot. Not no nickel. Not no strong safety. If you put him at safety, at least respect the brother enough to put him at free.
I'm about to say, we can put him at free. We can put him at free. Yeah, we can put him at free.
But you know what that man is? That man a quarter. He got no instincts. He don't be reading the field. He got press. I'm going to run with you. That's what he do. He can jump.
I hear you. I hear everything you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I hear everything you're saying.
That's crazy.
I hear everything you're saying.
Cool. I need you to come out there wear like something like number 7. Let them know you a corner. Get a single digit number. Don't let them put you in 44.
Okay.
Okay? Don't let them do this. Look, if I'm Coop age, I'm like, you wearing single digits only. If you get a number in the 20s, nothing higher than 24. Nothing higher than 24. All right. We not about to show these. We not about to give them anything that makes them think that you're not a corner. What's Coop's number? Let me see if I'm gonna be disappointed. I see.
You about to be disappointed. I bet. I bet. Let me know. Let me know. He
Oh,
safety
there it
number.
is, Coop. Hold
What
on.
he got? What he
Hold
got?
on, Coop. Wait. Please tell me. No, they did him wrong.
What they give him? What they give him?
I saw
What they
number
give
3 pop up. That was his number in Iowa. He had the right idea. But it appears his number in the NFL is 33.
him? Oh, he's
Now,
playing
he
safety.
can change that. Yeah, he's cooked. If you wear 33, he's cooked.
You
It's
playing
good,
safety,
bruh.
brother. You are playing
Bruh,
safety.
You can. I understand what you was trying to do, but you got to understand, bro. You can't give him that.
You are playing safety.
Oh, brother's playing 33. Damn, cool. Yo, you fire your agent.
You blaming the agent?
Why would you let him do that?
Blaming the agent? I ain't gonna blame the agent. Oh man, I blame the agent
Yeah,
for
bruh.
this.
Yeah, why not? Now somebody got to speak up. Oh yeah, what number you picking? 33? No. No. We're not doing that. What
I'm
other
like,
numbers they got?
I wish you would have told me that. I'm like, oh, you playing safety, huh? Playing safety?
No, I'm a corner. Well, why are you wearing that safety? What shutdown corner? You know we're 30.
I get to. Hey, that's a great safety number.
Mm-hmm. But you about to play running back? Fuck out. You're not serious, cool. You're not serious. You might as well wear 43. Just let them know you playing safety and special teams. That's where you about to get.
I told you what it was. I was like, hey man, they about to make that man. They about to make that man play safety.
You need to hope a punter get cut so you can get your 3 back. Okay.
How the punter got a better number to you?
Hold on. Let me see what Quinyon rocking. Now this will tell you what Quinyon rocking out there in Philly. Quinyon rocking 30. These young boys don't understand the jersey number game, man.
Ooh, Quinyon trying to play
30?
safety too?
That's crazy, bro. They both playing special teams. That's nuts.
Oh, I don't like this.
These are bad jersey numbers. Awful jersey numbers. Again,
Terrible
further
jersey numbers.
reasons why I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys here for first place. Is that all the NFC teams that we got?
Oh, we didn't decide who coming in last. NFC East. Who's coming in last? Commanders or Giants? This might be the most extensive conference loser conversations we have.
The Commanders have Cliff Kingsbury,
That's all you need.
but the Giants have Daniel Jones.
I'm gonna say
They said
Commanders.
something in Hard Knocks that I cannot get myself past. This is the year of Daniel Jones. If that don't sound like a last place finish to you.
I hear you. I hear you. The Giants roster is better.
Is it?
Yeah.
They lost the engine to the offense. Like the only reason you're like, okay, the Giants come to town, let's get serious about Saquon. They don't even got that no more. So whatever they had on defense about to get worn out because come on, all Daniel Jones could do is run the football. That sounds like a recipe to me for a whole bunch of 3 and outs, quick ones too. I mean, that defense gonna be on the field more. At least with Cliff Kingsbury, I know he gonna throw screens.
Gonna throw about 10 of them.
Mm-hmm. Look, you're not about to see none of that fun shit Jalen Daniels did at Arizona or LSU this year. But I promise you, he'll be better off once Cliff Kingsbury leaves.
Yeah, man, I'm going Commanders. I'm going Commanders. I'm going Commanders last.
I'm going to go Giants here.
Yeah. It's the first time we disagreed on a loser. Let's see.
Let's see. I'm going to go Giants here. They feel more last place to me. Daniel Jones, no run game. They're going to have an injury or two. Daniel
Daniel
Jones is also
Jones.
coming off an ACL injury, and he's a runner.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, bro, this team smells like shit.
I mean, they both do.
Yeah, but at least you got hope masking the stench in Washington, right? Because there's hope that Jaden Daniels, the second overall pick, comes in there and shows some promise. That gives you hope week to week. What you got to look forward to if you in that Giants locker room week to week? You know you about to be trash. You done tried to talk yourself out of the fact that y'all about to be trash. And by week 3, you about to know, oh yeah, we trash. And then what you about to do for the rest? Well, I hope Daniel steps it up and proves he can get another contract. You ain't trying to see that shit happen. The Commanders at least got, hey man, Jaden showed us something. He got 300 yards last week. Let's keep going, guys. The Giants got nothing. No hope. It's gonna be such a cynical environment for them fans. Yeah, Giants last place. It's gonna be a miserable last place. Like Brian Dable might get fired.
Damn.
Mid-season. It's over. His magic run is over. Especially like if Ken Dorsey comes out here and looks like he has a good offense with Deshaun Watson, then people gonna start wondering, hey bro, what the fuck was you actually doing in Buffalo? It seemed like that's the guy.
I am hoping and praying that the Browns offense is good so Ken Dorsey could just be like, see, it wasn't me.
Hey,
It wasn't me.
Ken Dorsey gonna do the see it wasn't me and see I got a head coach job all in one season. He gonna be up out of there, right? Who would be a good fit for Ken Dorsey? For what we know, they gonna try to make Ken Dorsey coach Bryce Young, and I'm just gonna be disgusted.
No, Ken ain't signing up for that. He ain't signing up for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That might be our saving grace.
He ain't signing up for that. He'll come back to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I'll just run it back.
I've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
I
Actually got more to unlock. But let's move on to the AFC. AFC West. This is one where we could do the reverse. Kansas City.
Oh yeah, let's not even
lock that in. Kansas City.
I
know Jim Harbaugh there. Do you really believe in that team the way that people nationally are believing in them? Like, do you think Jim Harbaugh fixes that defense? Because that was the real problem last year. Who did they bring in to be defensive coordinator?
I don't even know.
Because, like, that's to me, I know a lot of people are focusing on what the offense wasn't doing last year and bringing in Jim, but
Jesse Minter?
Where'd he come from?
I don't know. Five things I know about. Did he come from Michigan?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Chiefs. Easy.
Yeah.
Chiefs, easy first place. Oh, my goodness. Easy first place, Chiefs. We got the Broncos. Who we got last place? The Raiders.
It's either going to be, I think it's either going to be Raiders or Broncos.
Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. Bo Nix.
I'm going to say
I'm
Raiders
just go
last.
Yeah, look, I trust Sean Payton more than I trust what's going on down there in Oakland. Oh, Las Vegas.
Unfortunately, I agree.
I'm glad you finally came around. I know you was trying to ride for the.
He got the bag. You know what I'm saying? He got the bag. It is what it is.
He'll be able to enjoy it for 2 more years once he get fired next year.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, save that money. Don't buy that house.
Rent.
That man is getting rent. Get a roommate. Save as much as possible. You ain't never there. Why you need a whole apartment for yourself? Get a roommate.
Your quarterbacks are Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell.
And he seems okay with that.
Listen, anybody with those 2 starting quarterbacks, You are not long for that job, brother.
Hey, man, we don't know if Bo Nix is better than Gardner Minshew, like, to be honest.
We don't. We don't at
We
all.
really don't. But
But
I
I
do know
trust
Sean
Sean.
Payton's probably better.
Yeah, I trust Sean Payton to get more out of that team. 100%.
All right. AFC South.
Ooh. Ooh.
Houston. Some reason the Colts are in the AFC South, right?
Yep.
The Jaguars. And I always forget.
Titans.
What a weird division.
I mean, we know who's coming in last. Like, we know who's coming in last.
Titans.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
coming in
agree with
last.
that. Houston or Jacksonville?
Man, there might be 3 playoff teams here.
Nah, I don't think so.
You not buying into the Colts with Anthony Richardson?
I think 2 teams will make the playoffs in the AFC South.
Do you think 3 of them could have winning records?
No.
Oh, you out on the Colts for real.
That's not the team I'm lower on than most people.
You out on the Jags?
I'm not super high on the Texans.
Explain this one to me.
All right. Now, this one is going to be one that doesn't make sense when the season ain't started yet. But it's a lot really quick with them. You bring in Stephon Diggs. We're already talking about C.J. Stroud in his second year having expectations to be in the MVP race. Right? Like, we're talking about a second-year head coach coaching a Super Bowl contender is how people are talking about this. And I think we're forgetting this is a team that has played 1 season in the NFL for the most part. They kind of caught people by surprise because nobody thought the Texans were going to be good last year. This year, they're going to get everybody's best shot. Remember how much harder it was to win games in 2019 than it was in 2018 for the Browns?
Mm-hmm.
How much easier it was for Baker to look good in 2018 and 2019? Because they weren't taking you serious in 2018. Even when you had success, they weren't taking you serious. And then you get to 2019 and now we're circling shit, right? Now we're figuring stuff out that you don't like to see. Now, CJ's got some of that because he did play 2 playoff games. One of those playoff games came against a injured Brown secondary. The other one, he got kind of demolished by the Ravens.
Not kind of.
Okay. You're adding Stephon Diggs, who is a great player. But I mean, even the most charitable observation of Stephon Diggs would call him slightly combustible. And that's being as charitable as possible.
He's
a combustible element.
He's wide receiver 3 on this team?
Stephon Diggs? Whoa. What?
Is he? I'm asking, like, is he wide
He's got to be wide receiver 1. He's Stephon Diggs. And if he's not wide receiver 1, yeah, that's going to go smooth. He's going to like not getting targets because you throw the ball to Tank Dell. Like, he's going to understand Nico Collins got paid too. No, he's not.
Just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Bro, he said Josh Allen was dookie. Like, couldn't wait to get out of there because he didn't get the ball enough in Buffalo. Who were they throwing the ball to in Buffalo other than him? Now he's going to be expected on a team with leadership. How much younger is CJ Stroud than Stephon Diggs?
I'm just going to go ahead and say significantly.
I believe CJ Stroud's 23 years old?
22, 23, something like that.
Stephon Diggs strikes me as somebody who's like our age. Let me double check that. Because he did not play college very visibly. He's 30. Now, yeah. Cope, you're about to be 30. Yep. Shout out to you. You taking orders from a 23-year-old?
Absolutely not.
You let that man tell you how to run your route?
Nope.
So what they think will happen?
I'm just saying.
What do they think's gonna happen when the team has an issue and the only people who can say something to him are his head coach, who's maybe 3 years older than him, like a quarterback who's way younger than him. He ain't even want to listen to young ass Josh Allen, and they was around the same age. He's like, nah, I ain't about to listen to him. He about to listen to C.J. Stroud now. C.J. Stroud about to get him in shape. Or what? Will Anderson go knock some sense into him? Young ass Will Anderson. That's the team leadership. You know what happens in a situation like that? Stephon Diggs becomes the team leader. That sounds like a non-combustible element. Look, if we are worried about Philadelphia being built on a house of cards, which they are, this is built on a foundation of cards.
Yeah, man. It could be. I can
see this going wrong, but they got Joe Mixon there. I think they downgraded their running back. Joe Mixon stinks.
I can see a situation where this can go wrong. I could see a situation where even like acknowledging that, I could see how this could go wrong. I would still much rather pick the Houston Texans than any other team in that division.
To win it? Yeah, because like I can't trust the Jaguars. Like, I don't trust Trevor. I don't trust Jaguars. But you know what? They kind of fumbled last year. This is when the Jaguars have a sneaky good year. And has Trevor been paid yet?
Yes.
He's been paid already?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Hey, man, we got to have a conversation about this, man.
What conversation about what?
When have you ever watched the Jaguars for a full season and been like, yeah, man, Trevor's going to be the next guy up?
They're so inconsistent. Like they look like early on last year, they legitimately looked like
I feel the same exact way about Trevor Lawrence that I do about Jordan Love, which makes less sense because I've seen Trevor Lawrence for 4 years. Like, yeah, Jordan Love, I just saw last year. I feel the exact same way about him.
First half Jags last year and like second half of the season Jags are just two totally different football teams. Like it was jarring how much worse they were in the second half.
Jaguars.
It was jarring. I was like, damn.
You know what?
What happened?
I'm going Colts first place. Surprise of the season. Right here. The Colts. Look at what they were able to do with Gardner Minshew.
I didn't expect you to be a Shane Steichen stan.
He hooping. Like, he was hooping last year. Look, one of the few people who truly manipulated the Browns defense to a point to where they could not cover was Shane Steichen. The only reason they lost that game is because Myles Garrett is a god. Like, that's the only reason. If Myles Garrett simply does not exist, the Browns lose that game by 30 points.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But Myles Garrett exists.
He really won that game by himself. Like I feel like we did not talk about that enough.
No. Pat McAfee tweeted the day he saw that game. Yeah, Myles Garrett might be the best human ever built.
PJ did some stuff at the end of that game to help them win it, but you know,
PJ made a throw. And shout out to PJ for making that throw. But let's be real about who did the brunt of the work. Myles Garrett. The only reason you had a shot to have PJ Walker win that game. Myles Garrett and Myles Garrett alone. And it was like, let me be clear. Nobody else in that defense had a good day except for Myles Garrett. That's just how powerful a good Myles Garrett day is. Like, it overcame legitimately 21 other players. Like 21 other players plus Deshaun Watson playing with one arm for a whole quarter for some reason and throwing two almost interceptions through one for sure. And all it took to reverse all of that on the road was Myles Garrett going what? Super instinct or whatever y'all call it? Ultra instinct?
Look at you. Look at you,
Yeah, yeah,
the anime
yeah.
references. Look at
Look,
you,
he
man.
went Super Saiyan. He turned it on. He let him know, I'm here. That was it. That was it. Wasn't no injuries on the Colts offensive line that day. They was all healthy. He did that shit to their captains. Okay.
We need Miles to stay healthy for a whole year, man.
Hey dog, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm banning the Colts game tape from Tyler Guyton's iPad. He don't need to know that can happen. Like, do you let him watch that? If you start a rookie, you gonna let him see what's possible?
Hey man, we definitely not gonna let you see what he did to Trent Williams.
Oh no, Trent. We gonna just show you that Laramie Tussle tape. That's all you got on that damn iPad. Is look what Laramie did. It's possible. Forget the fact that it's Laramie Tussle, one of the most athletic tackle prospects of all time. Look what Laramie did, right? Like,
yeah, you see what a top 3 offensive tackle can do.
You could be that.
We're not gonna show you what he did to the other top 3 offensive tackles.
Bro, we gonna show him that. You can't even show him the Ravens tape because in that second game he ate them up and it was triple in him.
They had Ricard. They got Ricard on his side the whole game.
He still had 2.
He said, "Please." They was like, "Please." Dude,
Oh, don't let it be a crucial situation in the game, like third, because we found out now Myles Garrett's clutch too. Like,
man, don't let nobody else on the Browns because the lines start to feel good either.
yeah, don't let them make you think we got to start doubling Za'Darius. Like, next thing you know, you Cooper BB, you look up in the A gap and here come Myles Garrett dribbling a basketball.
And you got to watch out. Where's JOK at? Where you doing? Where you?
No. Yeah, and just when you taking a breather, you Tyler Guyton, here comes JOK right under your arm. Yeah, man, I couldn't. Hey, man, just get through it, bro. He gonna be like, this ain't Arkansas at all. Like, I thought the SEC prepared me, dog. Georgia ain't nothing like this. Like,
let me tell you something. You go throw your hands up a couple times. It's just be like, I don't know. I don't know what you want to do.
It's not gonna be as rude of an awakening as Clayton Toole coming from Houston to playing the Browns defense that one game. That was the most brutal, like, welcome to the NFL, is Clayton Toole on a short week, on short notice, having to play the Cleveland Browns defense when the last defense he played was like East Carolina. That's tough.
That's rough.
That's tough. Whew. Let me tell you, it ain't East Carolina. Like, he was fighting for his damn life in that game. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. But back to the point. Where were we?
You said you picking the Colts. I'm taking Texas.
Yeah, I'm picking the Colts. Last place, I got
Titans.
Titans. Yeah, Titans. Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
Titans.
Next division, AFC East.
Ooh. Is it hot take time?
They got the Patriots, the Bills, the Dolphins,
and the Jets.
I want to hear your hot take, man.
I don't know if it's hot take because I've seen people pick them already. So I don't know if it's a super hot take.
What's the take?
I'm taking the Jets.
Taking the Jets? In first place?
I know.
That's interesting. Explain this to me.
I try to get one where I'm like, you know what? Let's pick a team. Let's go off the beat path. Pick a different team. I'm taking the Jets. Yeah. I think we're gonna get. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be all right. Offensive line is better.
Yeah.
They've got some. Hey, look, man, Garrett Wilson. And wow, how did I just forget the name of the running back just that fast?
Oh, not Michael Carter. Breece Hall.
Breece Hall. I was like, man, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. That defense is really, really, really good. Really good defense. I can see it. I can see a situation where they win it.
I got Miami in first place.
Wow. Tuana's back.
I just don't think Buffalo's going to be able to create enough offense to win more than like 10 games.
I was about to ask, are we both crazy for not picking the Bills?
Probably. They got the best quarterback.
Yeah,
And I'm flipping it. I'm going with the Bills. I don't feel strongly enough about 2-9 to take them in first place. But they are the team that could go like on a 14-2 regular season run, and then they're gonna get bounced in the first round.
The Bills?
No, the Dolphins.
Oh, the Dolphins. Oh, okay. Yeah, 100%.
My last place team is the Jets.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I got yeah. First thing, when quarterbacks get old, what goes up? I'm curious to know if you know the answer to this. What's like the number one tell of an old quarterback?
Turnovers?
We experienced this last year.
Turnovers.
Not just turnovers.
Sacks?
Give you one more try.
Not turnovers, not sacks. What goes up?
No, not just turnovers.
Oh, not just turnovers?
Yeah.
What else besides turnovers?
Pick sixes.
Okay.
They go way up with your quarterback's age. With Tom Brady, it went way up. With Phillip Rivers, it went way up. It's about to go way up with Russ. I think it's already started. And it went way up with like Matt Schwab, Joe Flacco. You name a quarterback over 30-something. That's usually what Cam. That's usually what happens. You ain't got the strength to push the boundary anymore. So you throw a lot of them interceptions. And they be going back. So yeah, I think the Jets have a great defense. I think they're going to be turning the ball over a lot in Jets territory. And I don't think their defense is like the Browns defense last year where they could withhold that kind of thing for a whole season. Like they were a good defense, but they weren't on the same tier as the Browns or Baltimore last year.
I think they were a tier below.
Yeah, they were a tier below. I think a definitive one. They're a good defense. We kind of saw that when they played the Browns on Thursday Night Football. I don't trust this Aaron Rodgers thing. I've heard all kind of things about Aaron Rodgers, from him being RFK's vice president to when he's going to come back and when is this Achilles heel. How do you trust this? I can't trust this guy.
I told you it was a hot take. I was like, this is my hot take for this.
I just can't get myself to trust Aaron Rodgers in any capacity in 2024. After an Achilles injury, when there was already questions about what he was going to look like. I mean, the last year in Green Bay, while it was like equivalent to a decent Baker Mayfield year, was nowhere near what he used to be. Oh, and you know what went up that last year in Green Bay, Cole? Interceptions. It's been 2 years and an Achilles injury. The trend's probably going. Father Time is undefeated. I know people, Tom Brady, this shit happened to Tom too. And Aaron ain't Tom. You think Aaron Rodgers out here is dedicated to his season as Tom Brady is? Aaron Rodgers do drugs during the offseason. They tell you about it.
Hey, I be calling him a crackhead all the time.
That's not even slander. He admitted this. Okay,
not actual crack, but
no,
drugs.
Not crack, but drugs. Schedule 9 drugs is the proper term.
Schedule 9.
Yeah, you never heard that?
No.
Schedule 9. Those are the drugs that get you in real trouble if you get caught with them.
Oh, okay. I don't do drugs, so I wouldn't know.
It's not you ever stand up for criminal justice reform? This Schedule 9 is a big thing.
It's what is this?
Yeah. See, Schedule 9. Yeah, it's you got to watch more educational YouTube videos, brother.
Clearly I do.
Mm-hmm, yeah, Schedule 9. Adam rules everything. Go ahead, check that out. But yeah, he does Schedule 9 drugs, which is illegal substance. I think like weed was technically a Schedule 9 drug, still is a Schedule 9 drug.
Really?
But that makes it so basically a Schedule 9 drug, for everybody who doesn't know, it makes it illegal to the point to where you can't even do clinical studies on those kind of drugs. And given that Aaron Rodgers was doing like what we would deem as luxury drugs, it might not be Schedule 9 because the drugs they put in Schedule 9 are the ones they trying to lock you up for. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that, right? But all the war on drugs are Schedule 9. Those are
gotcha.
Yeah, they bring a batarang to your house. They think you got Schedule 9 in there. But
they bring a batarang.
I'm dead serious. Like,
I know you are.
They don't bring a batarang unless it's like they just regular arrest you for ayahuasca. Like, if they choose to. Like, ooh, you got a federal, you got like more than like 5 ounces of weed. Well, you getting that batarang. Might get the helicopter. Like, everybody want to pull out all their toys on that one. They get it's gonna look like the first scene of not Boys in the Hood, the first scene of Straight Outta Compton on your shit. Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And learn that list.
I honestly, like, legitimately do need to learn this list.
Yeah. But it is, you gotta be talking about Schedule 9. All right. But it is something I cannot get myself to trust. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers. I like Garrett Wilson. I like some of the individual ones. Ooh, LSD is a Schedule 9 drug, so I think ayahuasca falls under LSD, right?
I thought they were two different things.
I don't know, but I feel like the government don't know that. I feel like they're one of these psychoactives. But yeah, Schedule 9. For those of y'all who don't know, cannabis, GHB, heroin, LSD, mescaline, MDMA, psilocybin. I mispronounced those last two. Those are the Schedule 9 drugs. If you're wondering, hey man, where's cocaine? Well, you just stumbled upon something. You just stumbled upon something. Something that got to do with Richard Nixon. We'll leave it at that. That is much deeper than I am ever willing to get on this podcast.
Oh man, yeah. Let's not.
Oh, they telling me in chat it's a Schedule 1. No, it's Schedule. Is it Schedule 1? It's Schedule 9 prohibited substances. That's what it is. Yeah, that's not. DEA. I'm on the DEA's website. Schedule 1 is different drug.
DEA website. Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Some things I just never want to visit.
Hey man, when you go to school in certain areas, you do gotta learn this. Like,
fair.
You find out what those dogs are searching for. S9. They are looking for S9. What's S9? So Poe White English teacher got to tell you that. I do not envy them. Ew. Public school is something. But anyways, let's get to the AFC North, man.
Are we both actually picking the Browns, or?
I have no idea, man, who to pick for this division. Literally, anybody but Pittsburgh could win it.
Yeah, I think I'm confident that Pittsburgh is coming in last.
I don't think they're coming in last. I think there are some teams here that could collapse. The Browns could win 14 games. They could win 9.
Yeah.
The Ravens could win 12 games. They could have a couple of injuries on the offensive line and win 9. They're already replacing 3 of them. The Bengals, I feel like, are a lock for 10 wins. They're gonna get to 10 wins. They're gonna be in second place. That's the one thing I know for sure in this division. The Bengals are gonna be in second place. I know Jamar Chase, all these contracts they broke, all the jokes are funny, but they're gonna be in second place. I just don't know what to do with the Ravens and the Browns. Like, I think the Ravens got worse. The Browns have a higher ceiling, but the Browns have a lower floor because their quarterback is a bit of a question mark when that's not a question mark for the Ravens. Their offensive line is a question mark. Pittsburgh,
How do you feel about the Ravens? How do you feel about the Ravens defense before we start talking about the Steelers?
They're gonna be all right. Like,
Do you think they're going to be as good as they were last year?
They're gonna be as good as Pittsburgh was last year.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think they're gonna be as good as they were last year. Unless like Nate
that.
Wiggins is like Denzel Ward week 1, then yeah, they might be as good as they were last year. But they're starting a rookie, Trent Simpson, next to Roquan. We're gonna see what Roquan really about. Justin Matabuke, is he gonna be able to repeat that kind of a season? They got no edges.
You waiting on Roquan to have it down.
I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for Roquan to have a down year. I can argue he's had a down year. I'm waiting for people to notice that Roquan Smith has. That's what I'm waiting for. Right now, it feels like I'm the only one that see it. Like I'm living in They Lived, and I'm the only one with the glasses that sees it.
Oh man. This is rough. I don't know who to pick, man. I don't know who to pick.
Correction, it's Schedule 1 drugs.
We still talking about the drugs.
Yeah. Well, because chat been talking about it. It's Schedule 1. Y'all right. I was wrong. It's Schedule 1. I knew it was Schedule something.
Fuck it, man. I'm gonna pick the Browns.
I have no clue, man. It's such a toss-up.
I really don't know. Like anything could go wrong. Like anything could go wrong for any of these teams, and they might finish last. Like if somebody important gets hurt for any of these teams, that team might finish last.
You know what? In a situation like this, I'm going to go Cincinnati first place. Because it's such a quagmire with Cleveland and Baltimore. I'm just going to pick the most consistent team. Or the team that I feel like has the sturdiest foundation. Like I'm not really...
You think the Bengals foundation is sturdier than the Ravens?
Yeah. Because we've seen that Bengals team be able to get like success when Joe Burrow's healthy. Massive regular season success. It doesn't feel like it's on a gimmick like the Ravens success usually does. Like it's just straight up, they got Joe Burrow on offense. They have weapons to overwhelm you offensively, and then they play solid enough defense. So I'll go Bengals first place. I feel like I could rely on them the most to win 10 or 11 games. And that might just be the kind of year where like all these teams get to 10 or 11 and the Bengals just kind of went out because of tiebreakers. The Ravens are too much in flux for me. I can't say a team's built on good foundation when they got like 3 new offensive linemen. And like, it's not like they're replacing them with like stud after stud. We're talking about like Ben Cleveland and a bunch of dudes that were on the bench last year for them. And then maybe Roger Rosengarten later in the season. They got new coaches everywhere. I mean, we ain't even talk about them wide receivers.
Yeah, it's Zay Flowers and a bunch of nothing.
Zay Flowers, Nelson Aguilar, and then a lot of dudes who are worse than Nelson Aguilar. That's why I just feel better about the Bengals here, putting them at 1. The Browns, I would love to put them at 1. I think they should win the division. This is their year to win the division. But until I see it on the field, because like I did not get a preview of this team in preseason. Maybe if I got a stronger look at them in the preseason, I would feel more confident about putting them at 1. But until I see them for a couple of weeks and really know what that offense is going to look like week in, week out, especially once Chubb gets back, then I think it's a different conversation, and they would probably be my favorite to win the division. Before a preseason favorite, I got to pick Cincinnati. This conversation is going to be very different at the bye week, though.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We'll check back in the bye and see what we see. I'm still picking the Browns. I'm just going to pick the Browns. I don't believe in the Steelers at all. I think the Ravens are going to be worse than they were last year. I actually think last year was the Ravens' year.
I agree.
If they were going to do it.
I think that was their year to win it all.
Yeah. I think that was their year. I felt like if they got past Kansas City, they were going to win the Super Bowl, but they lost. And I think it's it now. I think that's it. Mm-hmm. I think they had their shot. They missed it. I could see the Bengals winning it. They got the 4th place schedule. That team is too good to be playing a fourth place schedule ever. Like they're
I don't know how much it's going to matter though, because who the 4th place teams they playing? They're playing like what?
I'd have to look.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter that much, because they're going to play. Who's our NFC division that we're playing because of the 17th game?
Let me see.
Because we played the NFC South. Is everybody playing the NFC East this year?
I believe so. So let's just look at the schedule real quick. Yeah, Patriots, Chiefs, Commanders, Panthers, Ravens, Giants, Browns, Eagles, Raiders, Ravens, Chargers, Steelers, Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos, Steelers. Yeah, man, they're getting 10 wins for sure. At least.
Yeah.
They're getting 10 wins for sure.
Yeah, I'll go Cincinnati 1. But honestly, they're just a placeholder to me. Like, maybe if they win the division, if Cleveland and Baltimore both like have significant issues all the way up into the bye week. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, they could be last place, but they're going to win 9 games, and they're probably going to split with the division. So they could be like last place, 3rd place team, unless, and this is how the Steelers get to last place, they start letting Russ cook.
Hey, Mike not going to do that.
The one thing I'll give the Steelers and Mike Tomlin is that they're competent. And competence wins football games.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that can take them out of competence stuff is an over-reliance on Russell Wilson. And you might say Mike's not going to do it. I saw Mike throw the ball 50 times with a one-arm Ben Roethlisberger.
I think that's a little different situation though.
Is it?
Ben been there forever. You know what I'm
They
saying?
gave Russ the starting job with no hesitation. And then didn't even make it seem like there was going to be a competition because they said Russ got the inside track.
I thought that was a mistake. But
somebody in there still think that's Russ.
We gonna see.
This ain't like they bringing in Russ to be a backup. They were excited. They did a press release and a press conference. They didn't do that for Justin Fields.
They probably should have.
Like, what about how they've moved with Russell Wilson tells you that they don't think that's Russ?
Like you said, as much as I hate to admit it, this is a competent organization. If this thing going south with Russ, I trust Mike to be like, hey, we ain't doing this no more. I
It
trust him to
took
do that.
Kenny Pickett getting injured for him to bench him for Mason Rudolph. And let me remind you, he did not make that decision. He had to be forced into that decision.
I would like to believe that Mike has learned from his mistakes.
Has he? A man who's learned from his mistakes wouldn't be out here trying to start Russ?
I'm just saying.
Like I understand that we want to believe that he has learned from his mistakes, but he is doing stuff that's demonstrating the opposite right now when it comes to this.
And I also will say this. For as bad as I think Russ is gonna be, still probably gonna be a lot better than Kenny Pickett.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
It doesn't matter though. I don't think it matters if he's better than Kenny Pickett. And he might turn the ball over more than Kenny Pickett. He might go 3 and out more than Kenny Pickett. I don't know, man. I'm saying this math that a lot of people like to do, and maybe you come to my side by the end of the season. Oh, okay, they had a 45 overall quarterback. Well, let's put that 55 in. We're going to be better. You still cheeks at quarterback. You went from trash to ass. It's not different. It's not that different. You went from a car that don't start to a car whose windows don't roll up. It's just trading in one problem for another.
I'd rather deal with the car with the windows than the car that don't start, though.
Yeah. Until you start driving the car without the windows in the wintertime, and then you don't drive that car. It's the same shit. The car gonna end up on the driveway anyways, right? You gonna put that thing under a tarp and you not gonna drive it. Yeah, the problem is less significant. You would rather deal with the problem, but at the end of the day, you got a car that you don't want to drive. It's the same shit. That's the perfect. Thank you for giving me that, because that is the perfect analogy for the quarterback situation of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tell me this ain't gonna be the same exact thing they're gonna be dealing with that they dealt with Kenny Pickett. Oh, the offense stinks. Oh, we can't protect anybody. Oh, we can't move the ball. Oh, we only got to throw the ball to George Pickens thing. What are they adding that's a new dimension to this offense? What Justin Fields gonna come in there for like 3 plays a game and run? Because we know those quarterback packages are always successful.
Yeah. I actually think that's going to be the biggest issue they have more than anything else. I think that offensive line is terrible. And I think it's going to be I think that's going to derail anything they try to do.
And I would love to remind Steelers fans of this. You're telling me this offense is going to be better because you're like, oh, look at Russ's stat line in Denver. Even if you were to believe that the stat line was equaling what he did on tape. Doesn't. But even if I gave you that, right, I'm going to just give you that. Okay, the stat line was nice in Denver.
He ain't in Denver.
What do you got the Denver guy anymore? Are you a better offensive line than Denver was last year?
No.
Do you have better wide receivers than Denver did last year?
I mean, George Pickens will be the best receiver of the group, but
they would trade George Pickens and stab somebody right now to get Cortland Sutton. Okay.
But if you look at the receivers he had in Denver,
Marvin Mims,
and what he got in Pittsburgh, you would much rather have what he had in Denver. Not even a discussion. If you're being serious.
Mm-hmm. Now Arthur Smith. Maybe he wasn't a problem in Atlanta, right? He was a good offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. It was just the personnel in Atlanta that was bad, right? That's what we can all agree. Even though we just said Atlanta was a very talented team, it was the personnel, right? That's why Arthur Smith couldn't be successful. What's different at Pittsburgh for Arthur Smith?
Hey, look, man.
Well, what was different? Like, these dudes that that the Pittsburgh Steelers are relying on to change the narrative for their offense this year, both struggle with problems that exist with this Pittsburgh Steelers roster right now. What am I supposed to do with that? What is any logical, sane person supposed to do with that information other than think, hey, probably not going to be a good offense? But they talked themselves into it. Why, Cole? Because Russ is technically better than Kenny Pickett.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Hey,
I'm following
man.
what you're doing.
I'm just saying.
They still gonna fuck around and win 9 games somehow.
It's like talking about I prefer to be in the extreme cold than the extreme heat. You don't want to be in either of them. Like, you're not gonna feel good with either one. Yeah, you might prefer the cold to the heat, but 0 degrees is 0 degrees.
I feel like I would prefer extreme heat to extreme cold.
Hey, everybody says that shit until you in that extreme heat.
Extreme. No, don't get me wrong. It sucks. It sucks.
Let me tell you something. I'd rather freeze my ass off than be in that damn heat. I feel like I'm like 1 or 2 drops of water away from dying every time I'm in extreme like Florida heat.
I feel like that's a good chat question. That's a good chat question. Hey, chat. Extreme heat or extreme cold? Which one would you rather deal with?
It's a lot of people from Cleveland here. They're gonna probably say extreme heat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like extreme heat for sure.
Yeah, let me tell you something. It's been 90 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia all fucking summer.
I know how to get
a 20-degree day.
I know how to get in Georgia. It'd be hot. Yeah. It'd be muggy.
All this goddamn concrete and then trees.
Bugs be out everywhere.
Pollen. Let me tell you, bro. I ain't know that heat could be in extreme weather until I got here. You know how it'd be like when it's like, hey man, it's 0 degrees. It's gonna snow. Don't go outside. It's 98 degrees. Sun gonna be out till 10. Don't go outside.
It really do be so hot. It'd be so hot in Georgia. You literally cannot leave your house.
Yeah, like it depends on where you at too, to take extreme heat, extreme cold, because extreme cold ain't that bad here, because it's like it's still not like a level of humidity that would make it miserable. Like there's still, even when it's cold, there's still water in the air. That cold in Cleveland is dry.
It's bad. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Oh, and then your ears get instantly like cold but hot. Yeah. You see how none of these problems are really that preferable to the other?
But I do have preferences.
This is starting Russ over Kenny Pickett. I promise you're gonna be complaining about the weather regardless. You're gonna be in that house. That's what you're gonna be. Running that ball. That's all you're gonna be doing. And that's what Pittsburgh got at quarterback. Same goes for Justin Fields. I know Ohio State fans still trying to make it happen. Let that shit go. You got CJ Stroud. Just move on. Why y'all out here trying to make Justin Fields still happen? I see you buck nuts in my comments. Why you hating on Justin Fields? Justin Fields has not achieved enough in the NFL to be hated on.
Jesus.
I mean, am I wrong?
I didn't say he was wrong.
Like, you got to accomplish something to have haters.
Look, man, I'm saying I would start Justin Fields over Russell Wilson. Me personally.
You still gonna have the same issues, but yeah, it would just be funner to watch.
I'm not scared of either.
Yeah. You're not just not scared, Cole. You're downright excited to play them 2 times a year.
With bad offensive lines and quarterbacks who hold the ball all day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're rubbing your hands like Bird, man.
I'm not going to say no. With one receiver to throw the ball to?
I'm just going to say this. The Browns played both these dudes at the tail end of the season, and before both them games, we was excited about what that could do for Miles' sack count. Now, it didn't end up happening the way we wanted it to, because Joe Flacco threw like 45 interceptions against the Bears.
Miles also got hurt against the Broncos. So.
Yeah, Miles got hurt versus the Broncos. But we'll take a rerun.
Yeah. I'd like to see it again.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Steelers fans. Y'all got to stop getting mad at me for saying this, man. Like, be mad at somebody else. Be mad at Pony. He don't want to lie to y'all. I don't lie to y'all. See, I tell y'all the truth. The people who love you in your life tell you the truth. The Steelers fans, I tell you the truth. If y'all was cold, I'll let you know. I'd be pissed about it. Be on this show furious that y'all got the audacity to be good again. But y'all not. like,
Perpetually mid is what the Pittsburgh Steelers are. Perpetually mid.
It's just like a perpetual state of the 14th pick in the draft.
Yeah, like good enough to either make the playoffs and immediately lose first game, or finish with a winning record, but not
y'all gonna
bad
be talking
enough.
about trading into the top 10 for a quarterback for the next 5 years.
Yeah, but not bad enough to actually get the quarterback that you need.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you are.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh. Let's get to these super chats real quick. Cole, do you have any Guardians takes to get off while I get my iPad?
Hey man, listen. It was looking bad for a second. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little worried. I love how Q left when I started talking about the baseball team that we need to talk about because they're good. Hey, listen, man, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little worried. I was a little concerned. Got swept by the Royals. Didn't look too great. But hey, man, Royals lost 7 straight. Just beat them twice. About to beat them again today, hopefully. 4.5 games up on the Twins. We're good. We back. It's good. Kyle Manzardo finally called him up, looking good. Bo's dealing with some stuff with his back. Hopefully that's not that bad. But yeah, man, the pitching has been sensational the last 4 games. We're good. The Guards are good. Hopefully they finish the season strong, win a division. And we just gonna go from there, see how it goes. I was prepared to rant because they were looking real bad when we were talking about doing this, but they're good. We're good. We're fine. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like against the Dodgers. But beat the Royals, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
You good? You good?
Yeah, I agree. I'm pulling up the super chats right now.
Talking about the Guards and you leave. That's just crazy. That's just insane.
I got my AirPods in. I can hear. You said they called somebody up, and then Gordo or somebody like that, and they played the Dodgers. Listen. Someone said Saints fans hate Derek Carr. Wasn't he an upgrade from Andy Dalton? Like, they only need to get a little better at quarterback, right?
Hey, listen, man.
Hey, how'd that work out?
I might not have said that was an upgrade already. I might not have said that. I might not have said that one.
Hey, man. Just saying, whenever you making that argument, and we getting dangerously close to doing that with Watson. Well, I've already heard some people try to make that argument. Like, hold on, he needs to play good. Fuck that.
Oh no, I'm not making that argument at all.
Yeah. If he could just be slightly better than no.
No.
Once we get there, we could.
Unless you get there, we need a new quarterback.
Christian says, would you rather have Ika or Barkevius Mingo? I feel like you've asked this question before, and the obvious answer is Barkevius Mingo.
Yeah.
Mike C. Rodriguez. Oh, that's from last week. My bad. I'm tripping.
Oh, what did you do?
You guys need to do a Cleveland barbecue rankings. We did that. Christian Corley says red flag that Love was started winning late by chance.
I don't think that's a red flag. I don't think it's a red flag. I actually think I want to see my teams winning games late into the year, headed into the postseason. I actually think that's probably like a good thing.
Professor Chaos says, I feel like the Packers the same about us. Either will be first and third. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Daniel Jones is from Rex Fortune. Daniel Jones looks like an actor cast as Eli in a biopic about Peyton Manning.
Oh man, that's funny. That's what that is.
That's nuts. I feel like Josh Rosen would be more what they would go with because Josh Rosen got that sad face.
Nah, I can see Daniel Jones. I can see it for sure.
Daniel Jones built like a bird, and that's not how Eli was kind of just built like a Like he was just really like meek. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's the same. But I get what they say. Professor Chaos says, I think NFC South will be the most toss-up division. If that's what we want to call it, yeah. Anybody can win the NFC South.
I think maybe the AFC South might be no, it's the AFC North. That's the most toss-up division to me.
Yeah, to me, I don't know who's gonna win that division, but I know 3 teams gonna make the playoffs.
It's like AFC North is for sure you could pick any team and any team except the Steelers would feel like pretty good about it.
My favorite O-line moment, this from Rex Fortune, was I think versus the Jags. After the game, the left tackle was talking to the media and said the Miles was giving them tips. The poor kids seemed to think it was genuine. Nah, man, that was a homeboy from the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he played for somebody else. Hold on. Who's his name? He came from San Francisco. Let's see. Let me see. Andre Dillard. Hey, Miles gave him hell now. Oh, my God.
Hey,
you remember that game?
I do remember that game, but please listen to this tweet. Since you mentioned his name, I have to read it off now. From the Andrew Filipponi. The Steelers have the cap space to make an in-season trade. If they get off to a good start, 6-2, 5-3, I think they could trade for a wide receiver at the trade deadline. Here are some intriguing options who could be available. Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, DeAndre Hopkins. He is the gift that keeps on giving.
You should really have to be licensed to tweet.
he is the gift that keeps on giving, man.
What the fuck, man? You think the Browns gonna trade Amari Cooper to him? Like he only threw that in because he knew we thought that. I cannot believe that was a genuine take. Man. Professor Chaos said Tyler Guyton gonna sound like Kevin Hart dad in the huddle.
You think he's like, you telling me they're not jumping me? They're not jumping me?
It was an octopus.
It's just him.
Really, dad? An octopus?
Yeah, it's just him. It's just him.
It's just him. No, one guy. Caleb Gwynn says the trash talk in sign language when Metcalf cooks Coop for a TD is going to be wild. Also, you two are awesome.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
With DeJohn, Cooper DeJohn ain't going to be the only young corner that gets cooked, but why we got to single him out?
I don't know why we're singling out a safety anyway.
Now, here's the problem, Cole. This is fun while people are underestimating him. Now, if he does play outside corner and he does play well, it's not going to be fun no more.
No, it's not.
All the worst people are going to jump on this. And then they're going to make it about some of the worst shit you can make it about.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go from a very fun aha conversation to the end of election year. Oh, yeah. He got to sit the bench his rookie year, bro. He can't start playing until 2025, dog.
I'm telling you, he got to play safety, man. He plays safety. We ain't got nothing to worry about. We ain't got nothing to worry about.
He don't need to see that field, dog. Remember how Caitlin Clark was fun? Remember when that stopped being fun?
I don't even want to talk about that no more. I don't even want to talk about that no more, for real.
Yeah, this Cooper thing, we having our fun with it. They about to take it from us if Cooper start playing well, though. Soul Train says, will a later trade deadline impact the season? It's the last super chat we got.
I don't know. No idea.
NFL teams have been more willing to trade during the trade deadline. Maybe this is the thing that breaks the dam.
Maybe.
But I can't imagine somebody's going to do something drastic. Like football just don't work like that, right?
No, you can't have like a huge mid-season trade. Like that's not going to happen.
I don't know why this just popped in my head, but I was talking to people on AFC North Talk, and one of the super chatters said to me, because I was like, give me 3 reasons why I should believe in the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he was like, Russell Wilson. And I thought about it like this. Russell Wilson is basically an amnesty player. You remember amnesty players in the NBA?
Yeah. Remember when they was trying to suggest that? Remember when Mark Cuban suggested that Kobe should get amnesty?
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then Kobe dropped 40.
Yeah, that was crazy. Now, Cole, you've watched enough basketball. If your best player is an amnesty player, what does that mean about your squad?
Nothing positive.
Not a good thing. If that is the reason that you're Russ, who is a bona fide amnesty guy, like legitimately playing on $1 million contract because 3 other teams are paying his salary.
Hey, look, man.
How do they not see this?
Because you know why they don't see it? They don't see it because the Steelers have been winning for so long. And when I say winning, I mean not finishing with a losing record for like the last decade. But they've been winning for so long that they can't process seeing a bad team. Like, that team is bad on paper, on offense. Like, straight up, just bad on offense. It just is. But it's the Steelers, and their defense is good, and Mike Tomlin's one of the better coaches in the NFL. So you're probably going to have a winning record again, just off the strength of that. But please don't misunderstand. That team does not scare anybody. That's good. Like, they just don't.
Amnesty Russell Wilson.
And Justin Fields is probably better right now.
Bruh. It's like they out here rolling up a lineup in 2015, and their answer is we're going to have Joe Johnson and Jeff Green.
Like, there's nothing.
Like, it's over.
There.
It's over. Getting the big 3, dog. Like,
who's their starting offensive tackles?
Broderick Jones and Dan Moore.
Yeah, man. No. Worst offensive line, and you got the worst offensive line in division. You play in the AFC North. Good luck.
Worst offensive line, worst wide receivers. 3rd worst running back room, because they're not worse than Cincinnati. But they're not better than Cleveland or Baltimore. Like, honestly, Cole, if they're as bad as they were last year, that might be seen as a win. Because they lost so much. And maybe the upgrade, I just can't buy it, man. Russ is not an upgrade. Like, are we really buying into Russ being an upgrade in 2024? I don't care how bad the last dude was there. Is it really an upgrade?
Upgrade.
Uh-huh. It's like paying for your own seat. This is like paying for like your seat placement on a Spirit flight. Like, is it really an upgrade, or did you just pay 14 more bucks?
Look, man, we gonna see. I try not to get too deep into the Steelers because I know somehow, some way, they're gonna win 9 games. Like, I just know they are. They're gonna win 9 games somehow because it's just what they do.
Yeah, and until they don't, you have to assume they will.
If you look at those rosters in the AFC North, if you look at every team's roster, just look at the roster, you can tell clearly which is the worst team. Like, you can tell. You can just look at the teams. You know what is the worst team in the division. Like, we know what it is. But somehow, some way, they get 9 to 10 wins every year. It is what it is.
All right. This has been Q and Cole. Y'all have a great day.